Okay guys, so this is the petrol tank, not the diesel tank. The diesel tank had a good amount of leaks. That this arguably has the same amount, but because it's a better quality tank, it might be the one to use. I'll have to figure out how to bypass this nozzle system in here. It might just be a case of kind of pulling on it essentially. If I can maybe heat this ring here, this outer ring, it might come off, and then I can actually fish that out. But anyway, that's minor points in comparison to what's actually going on here. So everywhere I've circled, I found a leak. So there's one here. Obviously you can see one dripping out here, one dripping out at the bottom. There's another one dripping just on the other side. So basically there's three major ones on the spout itself. The next one is on the side of the tank just there. And then we're getting into the finer ones. So when you leave it long enough, and I noticed this with the diesel tank more so than this, when you leave it long enough, they start to push out all the in the diesel tank it pushed out all the oil. In this tank, I'm sure it's petrol, but you can see the moisture anyway. And so this is one little area it pushes out. That's coming off the top piece. There's surprisingly nothing along here. I was very surprised about that. And again, nothing on that pressure valve. Weeping. This is not, now you're talking very, very minor. It's just showing signs of moisture creeping out all along here. And then nothing underneath. It seems like the underneath gets a free pass. And it's only the top, which must be something to do with the fact that it's just basically because this is the top, water can sit there for longer. That's one possibility, more likely, because it seems that it weeps it's coming from the inside out, if you know what I mean. There's no visible rot on the top here. More likely the tank sits half full, and as such the moisture in the air can sit on the inside of that tank and just eat away at different areas. I haven't opened it up yet. I imagine it's probably going to be quite rusty inside. I'm a bit at sea here as to what to do. There's nothing I can do at the moment, because I think this is beyond me getting a map gas and brazing it. Maybe you just braze those three big holes, and this one's a big hole up here. Maybe you just braze them and you leave it at that. I don't know. You don't worry about these maybe. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on it. The other alternative is I can find somewhere that does radiators, and apparently the guys that do radiators will be able to braze it and seal it with chemicals and that, and do a good job on it that way. I'm sure that they'll do pressure tests as well at the same time. Don't know how much it'll cost. If it was cheaper than getting a replacement, and it was a fully refurbished job, maybe it's the right way to go. It had to be significantly cheaper than getting a replacement. But then, in saying that, the diesel one that's over there is a replacement, and it's cheap as anything. This is why I sort of favour the petrol tank one, because it seems to be a much better quality tank. So look, I don't know what to do at the moment, but you can see when you get into it, there's a lot of holes in these tanks. And the other one was the exact same. The other one was just pushing out oil. So it was because it's a white steel, you were able to see it against the rust. This one is painted and everything like that, but you could see the oil, and you could see all this kind of weeping out of it, and you'd brush it and it wouldn't go away because it's oil. At least in this, it's when it comes out, it's the water from inside, and it's actually wipes away clean, so you can get a good little mark on it. Anyway guys, that's it at the moment. I'm going to do some research and see what I can do what is local and everything like that. At the moment, you can't even call up to find out pricing because everywhere like that would be closed. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.